Greetings, fellow Gothamites. Tiki here.
And Bluedragonfive. Over 10 years ago, as the Dark Knight changed things forever, we lost the actor who made it happen. Heath Ledger delivered the ultimate performance that left us eternally wanting more. While we all thought we saw the last of his betrayal as the Clown Prince of Crime, two men unearthed amazing footage of what he might have done next.
The job falls to us to come over the files and documented exploits of Patient 4479 in this ultimate tribute to the role of a lifetime. Who's having chicken? Let's start today's session with dinner with the Arkhams / dragging Dr.Arkham.
Yes.
All right, Dragon, that's why I messed up the last time we tried to record the intro, because I was like, oh, I'm going to do the who wants chicken thing. Anyways.
Good.
Dragon, would you like to know my reaction to this episode, sir?
Yes, I would.
Ah! Oh, this is horrifying. Oh my god.
Yeah, it sure is, yeah.
I don't even know what else there is to say, Dragon. Let's just get right into it. It's like at this point, I'm kind of over. Like, oh, this tops the next one. Like, like this is another level. Oh my god, the realness of this, Dragon. That's the one thing I will say. This feels so fucking real.
Well, I did hype this one up for a reason, Tiki, and now you've seen why.
All right, let's just jump right into it, Dragon. I feel like it just kind of speaks for itself.
Let me give you some context about a few things. There's not a whole lot here. Just this is very much a big centerpiece episode of our story. Sets up the stakes for Dr. Arkham, as you can imagine. There sets up some major events to come as well with that. Basically, what we've been kind of laying the track for that we're basically in the thick of right now is Joker is making Dr. Arkham suffer big time, and we find this is the episode that really pays off the, along with the kind of the trick or treat episode the side episode we kind of covered last time. The big payoff to stealing the picture of Lisa Arkham, where, okay, this has been Joker's end game for the Lisa Arkham thing right now. We're seeing that unfold right now, where he's going to basically throw the dinner party from hell, essentially.
Uh-huh.
It's believe it or not, this is kind of because, again, Trick or Treat was sort of the Halloween tie-in. Again, they play a little loosey-goosey, so if you watched it, not around Halloween, you'd be covered. This one was kind of the Thanksgiving equivalent. They went back to monthly, like after that Halloween episode. So then this one was aired around the time of Thanksgiving because of the dinner component.
Okay, well, I mean, given the fact that I assume we're going to have like a very, very strict timeline to adhere to, I don't assume we're getting a Christmas special anytime soon.
No, here's the thing. The Christmas thing's a little,
Is it like out of canon or something?
Yeah, that's a thing. The Christmas they've had two Christmas things that are out of canon. So I mean, we may do the second one.
Don't worry, kid. None of this is canon.
Yeah, so it's I don't know if we're strictly going to cover. At the very least, we probably cover it when like maybe at a later point. I'm not sure it's like in this. July. That's what I'm saying. It might be best saved for something along those lines. So at least maybe point being, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyway, so also again, we've been building up a little holiday special. So if you recall, a while back, some of the little kind of point fivers that we've covered, some of the ones we've squeezed into our main episodes, we've teased up the photo. We've had there have been an Easter basket with it. Now you see what the Easter basket was building to. And there's another one with a ticking time bomb, and you kind of see where that paid off here as well. So the viral marketing task have definitely been building to something in the background, which I'm really pleased with the episode looking back on it, especially. And the shame is knowing that you had to essentially wait a month. You had to wait a month since the last cliffhanger, since that Halloween one, since the Trick or Treat episode. Like, oh my God, he's grabbing Lady Arkham by the hair and dragging her into this dinner, and then you have to wait a month till like around Thanksgiving for this episode. So it was quite the wait, as you can probably imagine. So I think you're all caught up. So that's pretty much kind of the hype way.
Can I just state two things for the record?
What do you got?
Number one, it was pretty obvious that it would happen, but I called the the play on the kiss the cook apron.
Yep.
And number two, honestly, like my one critique with this episode is that I feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity that they didn't call it My Dinner with Arkhams.
Yeah, but it's not really that much of a conversation, though. That's the thing. Believe me, if it were a conversation, they absolutely would have gone that route.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so episode 12, Dinner with the Arkhams. So here's something new. One of the few direct transitions from the title image, from the title card image. Like we start like.
I noticed that. Yeah.
So basically, the title card in this case is Joker has killed the personal chef of the Arkhams because they're affluent. They have money. They had a personal chef that was going to prepare their dinner named Chef Larry, given him his name. And he was killed, and they basically writing. I love how much mileage Joe got out, like writing stuff in blood, because he wrote the episode title on the back of the guy's shirt. Also, he scratched out "Kiss the Cook" with "Killed the Chef."
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Dragon. A little bit of chef humor that I forgot to mention about the French Dispatch, really quick.
Okay.
Remember that story I was telling you, the third one about the chef for the police department?
Yeah.
His name is literally Nescafe.
Huh.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a gag on, like, the Nestle Cafe, the coffee.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Nescafe.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, so let's see. So, as the titles roll, and Joker is. So again, I like it. We're addressing the cameraman, of course, as like how we're getting these shots.
Is Lion still naked?
Yeah, my assumption is that he is still.
Oh
naked.
Dear God, that honestly, Dragon, in the background, like that is so violating. It's like honestly, with everything else going on, that's constantly in the background for me.
Like, we're gonna clothe him in the next one, but at this point I assume because we don't reveal that until next episode. My assumption is that he is still naked.
Uh-huh.
Which again is just making this snuff film even more creepy.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, so let's see. So he warns Lyle, to basically shoot the episode, not interrupt or interfere, or he's going to cut one. I'm going to cut her.
And that right there, I mean, it's like we keep on saying that this guy, like, he keeps out-ledgering himself, but that is probably the most ledgery line yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna cut one of them.
I'm gonna cut her.
Oh God!
So I love the classical score in the background. By the way, just
in the Hall of the Mountain King, classic.
Yeah. Well, I know is the whole thing Mountain King or just the ending?
It ends on Mountain King. I don't think the whole thing's Mountain King.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to. Right, I forget how long Mountain King is. I wonder if it was like one of those things where it starts off
like
really
90 seconds.
Yeah, it makes sense.
At least the version in the Social Network is 90 seconds. So.
All right. Well, there you go. Anyway, so again, I love the classical score because again, so far we've been playing it, very,
maybe the classic score is supposed to just represent like a background music loop in a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it's going for too. That's what I'm saying. I love the fact that so far we have not done something like that. We've been going pretty, we've been going pretty much, with the found footage angle.
Okay, I ask you then. I assume the music is diegetic.
Remind me, diegetic, how is it specifically? Just
diegetic is when the music is happening, like, in the scene, like, like, is the Joker playing the music?
Oh, well, let me go this way. I think the Arkhams, they would have played music while they were eating, so it's like something in the scene that is playing the music. I'm not sure they filmed it that way.
Wait. So is this just not found footage at all?
Well, no. I'm saying this... No, see, let me explain. This is found footage. I'm saying the Arkhams, they probably had the music, like they had the sound system and Joker put on the music in the episode.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm saying when they shot it, then the actual filmmaker shot it. I don't know if
no. When I say diegetic, I just mean it's happening like within the context.
It's absolutely happening in the context. Sure.
Okay. Gotcha.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, the only other time we pulled score in the Joker vlogs was when we had the Dark Knight theme play in episode 8 when he escaped.
Sure.
So that's as far as we've really gotten with the not counting the whole April Fool's episode. Anyway. So also the Killed the Chef apron. By the way, Killed the Chef is a deep cut Batman Beyond reference. So in the flashback scene in Return of the Joker, there was this Joker has like a kiss the cook sort of thing, and in they wanted originally to have it say killed the cook, but they couldn't clear censors. So that's a deep cut Batman, Return of the Joker reference.
Nice.
Anyway. Okay, so again, you have like the classical score and everything. Joker basically, when he's killed the chef apron, he's playing waiter to the Arkhams, who are duct taped, bound, and gagged to their chairs in this dinner table, in just an utter absolute terror.
Can I just say, like, the acting with them it's phenomenal, man. It's so raw.
Yeah, so I'm so glad you brought that up. So again, Steve Maloney, he continues to impress in this show, but this episode has always been one of the crowning achievements. It's the utter abject terror that he's playing, being concerned for his wife and his own well-being. And of course, Kendra Cashmore, again, file her away, Tiki. It's going to be important later. Kendra Cashmore, she's no slouch either in these scenes. Yeah. So again, like, like Joker's like, Madam, Monsieur, welcome to Cafe de Arkham, which I like to think as well. Again, just Joker is like all like these microaggressions having manifest themselves in this wonderful revenge trip.
No, you know what this is? This is exactly like a Nolanized version of like the Mark Hamill shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is very, again, Joker going with kind of the flamboyant sort of, sort of Joker scheme. Mm-hmm. But here's what I like too. I like in terms of the like kind of the microaggression thing is that, when we were introduced to Arkham proper, it was it was when Joker was in the Arkham cafeteria with him. So this is sort of like a revenge. It's kind of a payoff on that. Like he interrupted the lunch with Harleen, and this is Joker getting his revenge with the whole Cafe de Arkham bit.
Sure.
Yeah. Might be reading into that one, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute. Anyway, so...
No, I think you're on the money with it. I think it could be... Yeah, I think you're reading it, for sure.
All right, so let's see. So Joker said, like, I'll be preparing the meal since you've given your chef the night off. Isn't that right, Larry? Of course, again, Chef Larry having killed at the top of the title card. He's on the ground this entire... the dead bodies at the base of the table and the foreground of the table. It's just funny. So he's asking, he's taking their orders, and he rips the tape off. So let's see. Obviously, Arkham's primary concern is over his wife. As his wife, he and his wife are pleading. As if again, Tiki. I think the tone that best summarizes this episode is it's a snuff film meets the end of the movie Hannibal. Where Hannibal Lecter's throwing the dinner party. It's very much kind of like the vibe I kind of got.
Sure.
So let's see. So he's taking the orders, and says, anyway. So again, she's like just mumbling, with the tape over her mouth, and I don't think they serve that here. What about you, Larry? What do you want? How about I bring everyone the special? I'm gonna get the special. So again, it's Maloney again in silence. I love that he's consoling his wife in this hostage crisis and trying.
He's consoling his wife. He's like rumbling through his head on like what he wants to do. He's trying to keep a brave face, but he's not really doing a good job at that. There's a lot of layers, a lot of things going on.
Arkham's prepared for a lot, being the head of Arkham Asylum, but not this. I don't think he saw this one coming. I could be crazy. I don't think you see. Well, so one of my patients is going to escape, hold me at gunpoint. We're going to abduct the security guard, strip him naked, have him film this dinner party.
Right.
I don't think that one's something you can put in the playbook for how to deal with crazy. I'm not sure. So then we have Joker presenting the main course, which is the piece de resistance. Hope everyone likes rabbit, which is the Jokerized Easter bunny from the Easter kind of task video. Uh-huh. So it all came around. So ultimately, Tiki, what I think is going on here is Joker is playing head games as he's sharpening the knife here. He's basically intimidating, he's intimidating Arkham into basically being subservient to him, so he doesn't have to hold.
Yeah, he doesn't intend on. I totally got that read on a rewatch. He doesn't intend on actually doing anything to them except scaring the shit out of them.
And this is basically so with the shenanigans that are going to occur after this. He won't have to hold Arkham at gunpoint the whole time. So basically, well, obviously, he's holding the insurance policy, which is the wife at his mercy. Sure. So a lot of this is scare tactics, but Joker's twisted slant on it. Like, I'm going to do the restaurant thing. I just need to hold like a gun on her or something for the scene, then basically do the ending of the episode, then he's done. But Joker does not do anything halfway.
Like I said, Dragon, I just, it bears repeating. Like, Mark Hamill is just the signature of Mark Hamill is like these goofy, cartoony setups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is just like, I'm impressed because like nothing in The Dark Knight got close to how like kind of like cartoony this is on surface level, with the rabbits and the Easter eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the same time, it fits into the Nolan verse like a glove.
Also, I like that they do like to do this. They like, much like Heath Ledger did in his portrayal, he blended a little bit of everything with the Joker that we had gotten up to that point. I like that similar way. Little splash of Nicholson in there with the Vicky Vale date, with the whole like the classical music playing and sort of like having like,
yeah, sure,
the candlelit dinner and everything. Didn't use like a flamethrower to light it, but Anyway, okay, so like, this looks sharp to you. So Arkham's just asking him to stop and everything, and just the desperation, the performance is just great. So, are you being chicken? No. The chicken's not on the menu.
It's not on the menu. You know what? If you're gonna act like a chicken, you get to be the chicken.
So, Tiki, feeding into what you just said, feeding. Sorry. So, feeding into what you said. Again, we've Nolanized the broader Joker stuff here, where in this case, like we've done like a classic Joker thing. Where he's going to put he puts like a chicken mask on her, which is just eerily, again, very snuff film and creepy here. Like, oh god, he's literally put a chicken mask on her. We've read it very flatly and just realized how terrifying
this is exactly the sort of like that snuff quality is like what I'm hoping that the Riddler is going to be like in the Batman.
I think it's absolutely going that way with
the
Sure, yeah. So again, that scary snuff film vibe is just creeping in, meeting the Joker's theatricality, and it grounds it so much. So we have the chicken mask and the goodbye to rabbit. It was all yours, Larry. Just tosses it on the floor with the dead body. So then let's see. Oh god. So then we have the eggs. He presents the Dr. Arkham's favorite. Hey, Dr. Arkham's.
Dragon, we could cover this as an Easter special, technically.
Well, that's the thing. Again, this was like with the bunny, had the plastic egg, so it all comes back. So it's just kind of great. So let's see. So this begs the question: which died first, the chicken or the egg? Which again is, if you're going to do all this chicken egg.
I love how we just have to clarify. Oh, and by egg I mean your eyes.
Yes, it's going to drive you so crazy. It's gonna keep you up all night to the point where you're gonna want to poke out your own eyes. So Arkham,
it's not even like really that good of a metaphor, like the eggs and the eyes, but he just had to he almost kind of feels the need to like work that gag in there.
And I like that this Joker, this interpretation, expansion on the Joker, he's been really eye folks. Like, how can he make the Heath Ledger Joker's whole thing was knives, just a little creepier? It's like not like I want to poke out your eyes and put them on a keychain or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's a compliment. That whole thing. So again, we got the eyes coming back in that regard. So again, Arkham, he pleads for Joker to hurt him, not his wife. Just leave my wife alone. And Joker he's and again, what's really great about this on the rewatch, Tiki, to me, is that this whole kind of pit stop in our trip here, what Joker's kind of doing here, as well as like the main objective being intimidation for Arkham and the whole hostage thing. But it's Joker deconstructing relationships, which is what the whole kind of the whole story's been about so far with the Harleen Quinzel story
on the show.
Yeah, it's kind of Joker's kind of demented.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's Joker's demented version of the Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn story. It's been building up to this point. It's always about your wife. Give me back the picture of my wife. Me.
Mm-hmm.
So again, with the deconstruction relationship thing, he's kind of like he's kind of laughing at at kind of love and how it's going to be when the chips are down. Sort of like the whole when the chips are down and people eat each other sort of logic here. Like, you really love her, don't you? Well, let's put it to the test. And of course, like, she's going, no, just muffled with the tape. Yes.
One of the things I read into the put it to the test thing is like, I could again, you probably know more than I do, obviously, but one of the things I read, like, with the no thing is like, is their marriage a little on the rocks? Like, does she doubt that the test is going, it's like, I mean, it's a fucked up situation either way, but like, she seemed pretty sure, like, oh no, if it's going to be put to the test, it's going to be him versus me any day of the week.
Quite possibly. I mean,
what do you think of that read though? Because that's something, especially on the rewatch, that I picked up on that.
I think that's a really good read, Tiki. And here's the thing: we never necessarily know what her thoughts on the marriage are per se. I mean, at least this juncture of the story, we're not really going to know how she feels about it. All we know is if the marriage was rocky, which it quite possibly could have been, Arkham, his true colors come out that deep down he truly loves his wife and wants her to be safe, because we see that from his desperation. So absolutely, would he step up to the plate for his wife? My assumption has always been that is reciprocated, but I don't know for a fact, and we don't really get clarification. That's an excellent read I hadn't really thought about, though. It's possible. And again, it would add to the again the no I'm thinking is, oh god, not something more horrible, but it could have been for a reason. I never thought of that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So here, try an egg, and basically just stuffs like bread in his mouth, I think. He retapes him up here. Okay, so he then let's see. So he, as it was like, don't talk with your mouth full, bad table manners. So we against the mock sophisticate with the Joker and with these violent acts at this really fancy dinner just cracks me up. Just the oxymoron that's going on here. So he tapes a fork to Arkham's hand, and then this is when he says, "Your chicken or your eggs?" Oh, by eggs I mean your eyes. I want you to put all the eggs in one basket, which I think fundamentally is Joker mocking Arkham's problem, which is, again, he's put all of his eggs in, like, the hospital needs to be controlled by me. So it's been kind of reason. So again, it's kind of him mocking him for, like, where the asylum's at, and again, this is going to feed into some stuff later on too. I think, assuming I'm not just reading into the egg to the basket bit. So So I love it's like Joker's offering a little push to help. Oh, I need some help. And he's just trying to like jam the fork into his.
I love how it's like throughout this whole time, it's like he's trying to put on like the helpful waiter act.
Yeah, he's trying to get that tip, darn it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I love that, again, this is Joker, like, okay, you said you do anything for your life. Let's put it to the test. Against Joker's twisted thing, like, let me see if these marriage vows hold any water. Again, I'm contemplating a relationship with Harleen Quinzel in my own demented way. I want to see how you guys do it. Let's put it to the test.
I love how it's just like he's very apologetic to Mrs. Arkham. He's just like, I'm sorry, I tried.
So then, and again, this is where it gets like really, oh my god, how far are we gonna go?
No, the last like minute and a half of this episode is just like visceral, man.
It's so visceral,
and I think that's probably exactly when In the Hall of the Mountain Kings, gets going with with the 90-second thing.
Yeah, like right after the knife bit, it's when it kind of kicks in the gear. Like again, like when he takes that chef's knife like to her neck, it's like, oh my god, I think are we going this? Obviously, you gotta hope that the actors are going to be safe. Surely they are. But it's like, oh god, he's getting awfully close to that. Are we going the snuff film direction? Oh my god.
Right.
Say it ain't so. But again, it's the thing that just makes it haunting is just Arkham's like muffled, both of their muffled screams, and the fact that even though
the performances are just like they're unreal, Drake, and they're really literally are. Acting, I can't emphasize that enough.
They're almost literally acting for their lives in this scene.
Right.
Yeah, let's see why Sean. Let's see why Sean and the other guy do this.
All right.
What was I giving? Oh, right. Okay, so he kicks a knife in the air and says, Joker's kind of gives up. All right, you people are impossible. Okay, look, it's just because you guys... Sorry, it's funny. So Joker's just playing now the frustrated waiter. He's put his all into this, and these people are just being really difficult. Like, he's the one who's just offended by all this. Like, shh. All right, fine. You people are impossible. Even though you've ruined dinner, and you've ruined it. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite deliveries. Honestly, it's one of my top 10 deliveries from Scott McClure in the series. And yeah, you've ruined it. Just the sincerity.
It's like as if that's anything that's on. It's if they care about. Like, oh no, I ruined dinner. Oh god.
I'm gonna be a nice guy.
Say it ain't so, Joker.
So basically, this is when he gives him like, okay, here's why I've done all this. Here, says, I'm going to be a nice guy for a change. If you promise to do everything I tell you to, and I mean everything I tell you to do, which again will be important. He's going to be beholden to the Joker and the things that are going to happen. You can see your wife again. So then,
I'm going to make a prediction right now.
What do you got?
He's going to let her see her again. He's going to let him see her again, but he's going to force him to kill her.
Interesting theory. We'll see what happens. See how close he gets, folks.
Okay.
All right, let's see. And this is really great. And again, the whole mockery of the relationship thing. Like any healthy marriage, it should be based on trust. Can I trust you? All right, let's see. So he cuts Arkham free now that he's beholden to him. We have a bachelor party, and this is when in the whole the Mountain King starts too. This is when like as they're making the promise and the whole trust thing and everything. So we have a bachelor party to get to, which again, I love the wedding shenanigans that are about to unfold, and again tying it to the healthy marriage. Yeah, I like the marriage theme that's leading into starting with the Arkham stuff going onward. I think that's a really good call. So I'm really thrilled with that. And again, let's see. Also, I love this. The whole time, this has been really great in the framing of this. So this whole time, there's been a silver platter that's been in frame that we have not opened yet. So the whole time, we finally reveal as Arkham's trying to console his wife.
That's a very Hitchcockian thing of just like, oh God, what the hell could be under that second platter, man?
God. And then we reveal what's under the platter. It's not faces, folks. That's the Scott Snyder Joker. No, that's faces.
It's not what?
Faces. Remember in Death of the Family, had the faces under. That was the big question. What's under the platter? It was like sliced off faces.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
All right, so Tiki, what is under this platter?
A time bomb.
Yep. Oh God, it's a literal ticking time bomb, and he says they'll be back by midnight. Because if I don't, then we have the dramatic, like the bomb reveal. And Arkham, I love this. Arkham gets eyes on it first, and he's panicking and trying to get his wife not to look at it, but of course she's going to look at it. And just she's screaming, and then this bit kills me. It's like him saying, "Oh, that's cute. You're finishing each other's sentences now."
Oh, God.
Which again harkens back.
What's funny is that, like, both times I've watched this episode, I've been, like, so, like, caught up in the moment of them screaming that I didn't even notice that gag, and that's a really great line.
Which also, it's a great callback, too, to when, he said that to Harleen, "I think it's cute we're finishing each other's sentences." So, they're runners. They come back, and this is a great payoff. So, again, we got to go, and of course she's screaming, and he separates the couple, and it's so heartbreaking. This whole the separation amidst chaos, and he grabs the camera and Lyle, and they're on their way out, and then bum bum. So that's the end of that one. But then we have a little son that was devised to hold people over for the event that is to come. Probably I believe like the next month when they went back to it, dragging Dr. Arkham. So. All I can really tell you about this one is this is just a tease for the the 4-part event and the climax to our main story here. So it's pretty much all the context you really need. And very simply, how did you feel about this one, Tiki?
I mean, there's not much, but it definitely tantalized me. One thing I am noticing is that the story is being told in a bit more of a linear direction as we move forward.
Yeah, I like that.
Which is fine. I don't mind that. I'm just an observation.
Something to point out, though, in terms of our setup with this dragging Dr. Arkham, it's not a major thing, but just something to kind of note. If you recall, Pearl was in the trunk before. Now, clearly, she is not in there now.
Mm-hmm.
So Pearl might have a role in some upcoming episodes.
Okay.
So he's just being dragged within the night vision kind of filter and put in the trunk of his own car, like, "Let me out! Help!"
I love how his screams are, we have the text like kind of like hyping up the 4-part event and everything, and his screams are held over the text, and then especially that's relevant, like, be thankful you don't live in Arkham, or in Gotham.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's a detail I didn't catch until preparing for this. I've never caught before. If you listen really carefully towards the end of it, as he's just screaming, "Let me out! Let me out!" You hear Joker on the other end of it, just to stick it to him. He's tapping on the trunk, shaving a haircut, 2 bits.
That's great.
This is so dark. He's put him through so much, and he's still ending on a joke. And that's the ball game, folks. That's the end of our dinner party.
All right, so yeah, Dragon, that was a really good meal. I'm tantalized. I'm wanting more. Let's do it.
The dessert trolley's still on its way, my friend.
Oh my God. Okay, I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Dragon, any other teases or anything?
Yeah, just an iconic episode showcased how scary Joker can be. In this series. Joker is very much the Hannibal Lecter kind of hosting a dinner party with meeting that snuff film vibe, just very disquieting, unequivocally. I think it's another evolution of the found footage aesthetic, which brings out something real in the performance and the setting and the atmosphere. So far, it feels like one of the most grounded of the episodes we've gotten so far. And again, again, the whole Joker and marriage theme and the Jokerized version of a holy union that we're building to, let's say. So that's the tease up that, again, this marriage theme is definitely building towards something big.
All right, well, our time's up, and it's time to reseal the further evidence until our next session when we attempt to answer the question, is there a method to the madness? With the Joker Blogs case study.
That's cute. They're finishing each other's sentences already now.
Don't talk with your mouth full. It's rude.